Fortunate, thanks to the man above, somehow or another, we found our way through it all. So it is what it is. Questions?
Coach.
Roller coaster ride like this in your coaching career?
You have things happen. I've had things that happen against me this way, and I've had some things that happen for us. We were very fortunate this evening because we were determined to shoot ourselves in the foot, and somehow or another we avoided it. So it is what it is that way.
Coach, if anybody told you that y'all would get 2 touchdowns by defense, special teams, and still be in a chance to win the game with 50 seconds left, would you believe them?
I didn't think no. And to be perfectly honest with you, I had no idea that our defense, after having given up the easy score that they did early, I felt kind of buoyant. If I don't call the onside at the beginning of the game, of course, if we didn't get quite the onside kick we wasn't anticipating, but if I don't call the onside at the beginning of the game, I don't know if they ever score. But they hit us on a double move there and got in. That was the same move that Furman hit us on. That seems to be our Achilles heel sometimes, but at the same time, it is what it is, and we were very fortunate.
So did you intend to put Carter in earlier?
No, and we wanted to put him at the half, but the doctors kind of shied us away from him. And we wanted to play him at halftime because we were just going to drop him back and forth and not let him do anything, but just hand it off and throw it. And they told us no. They said the only way that they could actually use, the only way we could use him was under a situation where we just didn't have anybody else. And but it got to that point at the end, so that's why we did what we did.
Coach, what was the when did you decide to play Hargrave? I know you said he was doubtful going into the.
Well, he was starting to show some sign of being able to go Tuesday or Wednesday, but we didn't practice him. We just kind of let him just do some light stuff. He's such a talent, and all we really wanted to try to do was just try to get him as close to full speed as we possibly could. So kind of high up.
It's your 13th week in this program. Maybe you seen the defense play even better than this one played today.
I've seen this defense play pretty good now, so you got some chances to some game to think about that way. But now I don't know if I've seen any sweeter one. Our defense came in and won the football game for us, and you got to take our hats off. I'm proud of the way we played against Central. Was not indicative of the way our guys played. We got caught off guard a little bit by losing some guys at a critical time. And I think they wanted to come back and redeem themselves. So I thought they did a nice job today of coming back and playing good, solid, fundamental defense. So I thought it was about as good in the effort after having played as Portland. So you got 2 of the games right back to back. The poorest one and one of the best ones right behind each other.
Speaking of deja vu, that kick by Hamilton was almost like deja vu from last year against Furman.
Exactly. I say, well, we got that back. So that's exactly what happened. Furman. Exactly. Because they were holding. I guess we learned something from that deal because their guys had kind of got by. It was the exact same thing.
I was exact place on the field too.
I'm gonna tell you, it was damn near the same thing. It was.
And just the way that sort of the game ended, and sort of compared to the way it started. Onside kick, they get a touchdown pass.
Yeah.
They get an onside kick, and then you do. Talk about also the play of Austin. Just seemed like
Austin's a talent. I've been wanting to see him get going for the longest. Somehow or another we can't seem to quite make that happen, but hopefully it's a springboard him into having a great last 3 or 4 games.
An explanation on bouncing back, I would assume.
Say it again?
It's an explanation on bouncing back.
An explanation on bouncing back?
Yeah, coming back from last
year. Yeah, I guess so, yeah. I don't know what the hell you're talking about, but I guess so.
Hargrave, can you speak to his dominating performance?
Say it again now?
Hargrave, can you just speak to his performance?
He's a guy. I mean, ain't much to say about Hargrave except for, he's about as good as a player here at that position. All the guys who play against him, we talk about the big guys, the little guys, the in-between guys. Everybody that plays against Hargrave say, they sing his praises. He's a guy.
Have you seen recently or recalling a dominant performance like that by
Well, I don't know what he did tonight, but all I saw was he's making plays. But it was going so fast, and believe it or not, on the sideline, I'm between offense, defense, and special teams. I got no clue how it all adds up. But I did remember seeing him make a lot of plays. But shoot, heck, I don't know what's going on. I really don't.
Well,
how many sacks he had?
6.
He had 6 sacks?
Yes.
Damn. I didn't know that.
How do you bet with the kicking game?
Well, I tell you what, Petterwin did a nice job for us. We tried some stuff. We can't get some of our guys to execute quite like I like to. But overall, I thought the kicking game worked out good for us because, we tried to fake. We tried all kinds of. I knew we had a lot of stuff in. I can tell you, we had stuff in that we didn't do. So if you saw the stuff that we did do, most of the stuff that we did do didn't look all that great, except for the stuff that was just regular stuff. But our punt guy, Petway, continues to be a good punter, and he hits it for us, and he doesn't get scared about that kind of stuff. He gets it all. He knows when he can slow down and pick it up. This guy's a talent, so I thought it was good.
Well, Coach, it's officially now chaos. 6 teams tied for first place in the loss column.
I got no clue. Let me tell you, that ain't got nothing to do with me. All I'm doing is just, hey, I'm happy. I guarantee you one thing. Well, I ain't. I started to say something, but we happy to be involved.
What was you talking at halftime? What was you talking at halftime?
Well, the first thing was, I had stuff going on. Hell, I didn't know what was going on over the sideline at the beginning of the half. So you have to clean up a lot of stuff, halftime. Then we got to come back and try to figure out how to move the football with our offense, where we got nothing. I mean, zero going on. And so, as of the time when we got back in, I had more issues than I knew how to solve. So, I didn't do a lot of talking and fussing, that kind of stuff. It was all fixing stuff. And so we had all kinds of ideas about stuff that we wanted to do, but, that was about that's how it works.
Coach, can you talk about just how this game in itself speaks to the way that these guys play? Because they seem to play on another level when Cookman comes to town or when you go to Daytona.
Well, we play better against the better teams. And, that's what really kind of disappointed me about Coastal and Clemson, because this game was the first good total game, and we didn't play very good on offense because we didn't have some pieces in place. But we didn't necessarily, we played good against Furman. I guess that was it, I don't know. We need some bodies to make this thing come together with offense. So overall, I just, hell, I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. I'm lost.
What's your explanation on the final play in the first half? What was your explanation on that? Did you tell what was going on?
Well, they guys running this mouth. They got one of them. They transfer you. They got all these guys. They always talking and raving, saying our guys are high school to college guys. So they kind of get the woofing at each other. This guy's got one of our guys in the collar, and he's blocking him, and our guy's gonna dust him off a little bit. So when they get to the sideline, they don't stop. I asked him, I said, if the wall hadn't been there, would you have run him into the street? Because that's basically what it was. And he said, yeah, I would have if I could have. But that's kind of what the deal was. So it was one of those kind of deals where it was two conflicting personalities who didn't necessarily see things eye to eye. They decided they were going to do something about it.
Well, Coach, what does a game like this with homecoming next week do in terms of excitement in the community?
Well, let's hope that we get a big crowd next week. I would think that how many people we have? We didn't have very many here today.
Just 10.
But I say what we have. What they say?
About 10.
We say we had 10. If we got double digits, that would surprise me a little bit. I hope that we have a big crowd next week.
Okay.
I'm done.